I am woman, hear me scream.
What I want to know is, do people know that there are actual notes for the national anthem, you know? Like, it's a song that has notes.
How long is the national anthem supposed to be? It's supposed to be like a 1 minute song, and she dragged that thing out for like 5 minutes.
Like, you don't get to make up your own notes for the song.
No, but they do, and I feel like it's a song that's literally called the national anthem. It's like a song about our country and our flag, and I feel like you never see that with like the Canadian national anthem. They actually sing it with somewhat a bit of a respect.
Yeah.
And we get these artists to just get up there and go nuts.
It's all good. It's all good.
Anything else trending on Twitter? The podcast starts now. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the No Easy Way Out podcast. This is episode number 3 of season 2. Zach, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm great. How are you, Tony?
I'm always great. We are coming to you as always from the Armory in beautiful downtown Owasso, Michigan. And we're going to try something a little different today. We don't have a guest. We're just going to talk a little bit about our business today. We're going to talk about branding. But first, we're going to do something that's a little new to our podcast. We're going to call it Trending on Twitter. So Zach's going to just kind of let us know what's trending on Twitter. And we're going to give you our opinion on those different matters. So, Zach, what is trending on Twitter right now?
We got the Call of the Wild movie, which comes out on Friday.
It's got
Harrison Ford and a dog, I believe. Yeah,
a dog. Well, that's about a dog, I believe, right?
Yeah, I've seen the previews of.
It's a remake of an old movie.
Probably not going to watch it.
I never saw the original, but I like Harrison Ford better as Indiana Jones or Han Solo. He's a bearded man. He looks like Santa Claus. Yeah. Looks like Santa Claus.
Dr. Dre dropped an epic tribute to Kobe Bryant last night, which I did not see.
Dr. Dre.
Is that the NBA, the All-Star game, right?
Was that the NBA All-Star game? I did see the tribute. It was pretty sweet in Dr. Dre's own way. You know, it was very artistic. And, there was a lot of tributes to Kobe at the NBA All-Star game. All the players actually wore Team LeBron wore number 24, all the guys. No, number 2 in honor of his daughter. And then Team Giannis wore number 24, and it was cool. There was a lot of different tributes, but is there anything on there trending about the national anthem that was sung at the
who sang the national anthem?
Shaka Khan, and it was brutal. My ears were bleeding. If you thought Fergie was bad last year, it's like they're trying to top Fergie because it was awful. It was so terribly bad.
Fergie's a legend from that, but there's nothing on here about, no.
So you didn't see it?
No national.
You're going to have to look up that video.
No, I didn't watch the NBA Finals or the NBA All-Star game.
It was terrible, as Charles Barkley would say. It was terrible, Kenny.
Who sang it?
Shaka Khan. She's like a famous singer from the 70s or 80s. Are you going to look it up right now?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
Are you going to look up Shaka Khan, or are you looking up the actual national anthem?
Shaka Khan national anthem.
Yeah, it was brutal. She was really feeling herself. She was trying to get some notes. Do you have it pulled up there?
Yeah, I got it.
Pull it up here.
We got to add first.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so Shaka Khan, I've never heard of her
before. Did you hear Fergie's rendition last year?
Oh, of course. Yeah, everyone's heard that.
It was awful. So I feel like some people try to make the national anthem, which is like a song about our country, they try to make it about themselves. And first of all, she's wearing the Michael Jordan jersey with Shaka Khan on it, which is kind of disrespectful. You're in Chicago wearing number 23, and you got your own name on it. So that's already one strike against you.
Here she goes. That's not a bad start.
Bye bye black sheep.
She's not terrible, I don't think.
Just wait, it gets better and worse.
She's just warming up.
Oh yeah. So remember when Fergie did this, the players were trying not to laugh.
Right. Oh, she's in deep now.
She looks like she's in pain.
Some Cardi B there, looks like. Sticking her tongue out.
Like 50 years later.
Yeah.
Yep, get it, girl.
It's not the best national anthem I've ever seen, but
it's not the worst.
It's not as bad as Fergie, I don't think.
Here it comes.
Yeah, that's enough, I think.
Yeah. Now fast forward all the way to the end. The big finish is where she really loses everybody. It's like she's trying to find a note, but she doesn't know which one, so she's going to hit them all.
Yeah.
Big finish. Here it comes.
Go for it.
I am woman. Hear me scream.
What I want to know is, do
roar.
people know that there are actual notes for the national anthem? You know, like it's a song that has notes.
How long is the national anthem supposed to be? It's supposed to be like a 1-minute song, and she dragged that thing out for like 5 minutes.
Like you don't get to make up your own notes for the song.
No, but they do, and I feel like it's a song that's literally called the national anthem. It's like a song about our country and our flag, and I feel like you never see that with like the Canadian national anthem. They actually sing it with somewhat a bit of a respect.
Yeah.
Then we get these artists that just get up there and go nuts.
It's all good. It's all good.
Anything else trending on Twitter? I know the NBA,
no, there's nothing.
the
really.
NBA All-Star game was last night. I know you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
It was awesome. I watched it with my boys, and they did something a little different. Of course, now they have the teams. They have 2 captains, which is based on who gets the most votes. So LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo got the most votes.
Is that who it was last year too? I feel like.
Yeah, it was the same 2 guys. So they got to pick the teams. Basically, the players were selected by votes, but then they got to like a schoolyard pick who they wanted to be.
Yeah.
So
I'm familiar with the old schoolyard pick.
Yeah, you always pick last.
No, I was actually always picked first, Tony.
Oh wow, well, I was always picked last.
That's rough.
So, anyways, though, what they did is every quarter was its own competition. So whoever won, whatever team won the corner, each guy, Giannis and LeBron, got to pick a charity, and then
that's cool.
They gave $100,000 to the winner's charity. So every quarter started at 0.
Yeah.
And then the fourth quarter, they did something unique, and they took the high score. So Team Giannis had like 131, and they add the number 24 to it because of Kobe Bryant, and which made 157 or something like that. So basically, it was the combined score of the whole game. The last quarter was no time on the clock. It was just the first team to 157 wins all the rest of the money, which ended up being $300,000.
Oh, wow.
So basically, Team Giannis had, I think, 133. Team LeBron had 121, something like that. So their team had to score 24 points before LeBron team scored, I think it was 32, and it kept going back and forth. It was the most competitive All-Star game I've ever seen. It kept going back and forth. It came down to the end. The funny part was I had my sons and a bunch of their friends over, my basketball team that I coach, and I recorded it on DVR, and I set it to go like 90 minutes extra just in case it went into overtime or anything. I normally do 3 hours, but I only did 90 minutes. Well, it came down to the very end. Anthony Davis got fouled. He was getting ready to shoot a free throw to make the game, to win the game. After we watched this thing go back and forth, crazy back and forth, right as they hand him the ball to shoot the game-winning free throw, my DVR stopped. We didn't even get to watch the end, so we had to watch it on ESPN.
Oh, that's the worst.
I did like the format. It was pretty cool. It was different. I've never seen guys play that hard in an all-star game before, so it was a lot of fun. So
speaking of format, have you seen the new football league? It's called the XFL, I believe.
The XFL, I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Well, they tried to do this like 10 years ago with like professional wrestlers and different things, but it was kind of a flop. But I've seen that it's out. I haven't seen anything.
I haven't
about it.
really watched it. Although I saw a short clip of how the kickoffs. So like,
yeah, they line them up.
Yeah, the kicker's like all by himself.
Yeah, and then the
It's so
players
weird,
are lined up against each other, and
Right,
they can't
yeah,
go until
yeah.
the guy catches the ball or something like
It's
that.
interesting,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
crazy.
I don't know.
They're trying to do something different. I do think they're trying to allow it to be a little more rough than the NFL is, because the NFL's gotten so
Soft.
kind of soft because of the
So
concussions, and obviously these players are now like $100 million assets. They don't want them getting hurt, so they want to extend their careers as long as possible. So I get it. It's all a business, but who knows? Could be
all
entertaining.
business.
It's all branding.
It's all branding.
Ready?
Which leads us to our sponsor.
What a segue that was, right? Today's episode is brought to you by AZEE Business Solutions. So today we're going to spend a little time talking about our company here. We've spent a lot of time on our podcast talking about a lot of our clients' companies, and we're going to continue to do that. But this week we thought we would introduce you, our listener, to what we do here at AZEE Business Solutions. So if we could really put it all into one word, that word would probably be branding.
Yeah.
Right? So we do a lot of things. We do web design is probably one of our primary utilized services. We do search engine optimization, mobile optimization. We do graphic design. We do social media management. Since Zach's come on board, we've gotten pretty heavy into video production, promotional videos and that type of thing. We do professional photography, email marketing. So there's a lot of things that we do. And that's really why our name is AZEE Business Solutions. I'm going to give you a little quiz here, Zach. You've been here now for almost a year and a half?
A little, yeah, I think about 14 months or so.
14 months, okay.
Something like that.
So what is our business motto?
Growing your your brand from A to Z.
Okay, you got it. So growing your brand from A to Z. There's a lot of things that means.
The only question on the quiz, or is there more questions?
That's the only one for now. But just stay tuned. There may be more.
100%. A+.
But, there's a lot that goes into growing your brand. And so I just want to talk a little bit about those things and the importance of those things that we do. Obviously, building a brand in the world we're in today. I was just talking to an author about this today. We had a video shoot at Owasso Books and Beans, and we were talking to a local author about branding herself. And she was just saying she doesn't know anything, she doesn't know a lot about social media and doesn't have the time for it. And I made the statement that today it's actually easier than it's ever been in history to get yourself out there. But sometimes it can be harder than ever before because there's so many people trying to get themselves out there. There's so many people now.
On social media, yeah.
Right, with Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. There's so many people now trying to get recognized. So maybe before you wasn't as easy, but you didn't have as many people to compete with. Now there's more access. Like I can put this podcast we're doing right now is going to be available around the world, within a couple hours, and that wasn't possible 20 years ago.
Right.
But how many podcasts are there? I mean, there's thousands and thousands of millions probably. So getting recognized is a challenge. So branding is a big task. And so a lot of people come to us not because they don't believe that branding is necessary, not because they believe branding isn't important, but because they don't really know where to begin, especially today, because there used to be a day where you just kind of get a really nice sign out front, you have a good location, you get yourself a good ad in the yellow pages, make sure that your phone number is easy to remember, and that was a good way to get recognized. Well, now, I mean, people don't even use print ads as much anymore because of the internet. The internet has really changed the game. So that's where a company like ours comes in, because we try to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on in the internet and how to get yourself found on Facebook, or how to get yourself found on Instagram or LinkedIn or Twitter or any of these other, YouTube. And so it's an ever learning process. And so all the different tasks that go along with starting a business, creating a name, creating a logo, figuring out all the different things that kind of identifies you and differentiates you from your competitors, having a good product that somebody's going to want to sell, creating an effective brand strategy. I mean, all of those things are extremely difficult, and that's why people come to us. So I just kind of want to go through here a little bit about some of the services that we offer and talk a little about those and the importance of those.
Okay, let's do it.
But I like to refer to us as a 360-degree marketing agency or branding agency, because I really want to be able to cover. Sometimes a client will come to us and have a need for something. It may not be something that we exactly specialize in, but we try to find a solution for them. And even if it's something outside of our wheelhouse, we work with a lot of local freelancers and other businesses to help meet the solutions and needs of our clients. And
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, so we really are kind of a one-stop shop in the world of marketing and branding. That's why our number is 1-844-360-AZEE. 360.
I didn't know that, actually.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah,
no.
yeah. 360-AZEE, because we try to be a 360-degree solution. That meaning, you don't have to work with a web designer and an SEO specialist and a photographer and a videographer, and we'll work with all those people. We have those people on our staff. You just work with one company, and we'll help identify what those needs are. So I mentioned earlier that our primary service is web design. And web design has become challenging these days. Now, it's easier to create a website. There's a lot of DIY website services out there like Wix or Squarespace, where anyone can kind of build their own website. So why would somebody come seek a professional to do that? So you have a YouTube channel, and you've kind of worked on a little bit about trying to get a website going, but why would you think that it would be important for somebody to work with an expert on something like that as opposed to just doing your own thing?
Well, I can tell you firsthand, it's not easy at all. It's I mean, like, it seems like it'd be super easy, but once you start, once you start going through this stuff, like, it's really difficult.
It's more complicated than people realize.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's just a whole lot easier just to let someone else do it who knows how to do it, who does it, for a living, who's good at it.
And let me just say, if you don't enjoy that kind of thing, it can be extremely daunting.
Right, exactly.
It can just be extremely terrible. And even if you do enjoy it, sometimes it can be very daunting.
100%.
But because there are so many DIY options out there, web design or websites getting found has become one of the most difficult things because there are literally billions of websites on the World Wide Web. I mean, billions. And so it's not just now if you build it, they will come. We try to stay on the cutting edge. We use WordPress here. We try to stay on top of all the latest, greatest plugins, and we have very high level security on our server. We do all kinds of things to try to stay at the top of the edge. We make sure your website looks like it was built in 2020, not in 2010. All of those things are important, but the next thing that we really offer, which is extremely vitally important, is what we call SEO, which this is your second quiz question. What does SEO stand for, Zach?
Search engine optimization.
Oh, good. You're 2 for 2, man. You're going to get a treat after this.
A gold star.
A Scooby snack. Search engine optimization. That basically means optimizing your website to be found on search engines. Everyone that comes to me says, I want to be found on the first page of Google. And we all want that. And there's a lot of companies that pay big dollars to make sure they're in that top 3. But there are a lot of variables when it comes to search engine optimization, not just having a website, but making sure you're using the right keywords, making sure you're linked to your social media, make sure you're utilizing some SEO software, make sure you're not just optimizing the home page, but you're optimizing every single page for search engine results, that you're utilizing softwares like keyword planners to figure out what are people searching when they're looking for your company, and making sure those words and phrases are embedded into your website, making sure that you're properly using meta tags, making sure that you're properly using H1 and H2 and all the way down to H6 headings. I mean, this stuff sounds really boring, but you could build this beautiful website that nobody might ever see unless they type www.azee.co. If they search branding in my area or marketing in my area, photography in my area, how do you know you will come up? And that's where search engine optimization comes in. So maybe today you're listening and you have a website, but it's not getting found. Let us know. We can help you, because it's not just about, again, having that website. It's about really optimizing it for search engines. And then the next part of it really is mobile optimization. Making sure that your website is optimized for mobile devices. So I see you did a little Google search there. What are you searching?
We are the second one that comes up in Owasso, actually.
Under what?
For branding in Owasso.
Branding in Owasso, we're number 2. Well, Owasso Graphic Arts comes up first. I see they've been around for a long, long time. So it's going to be hard to get ahead of them, but that's a good company. But yeah, I mean, we've been here just 5 short years, and we've worked our way up to the top, and that's because we've strategically tried to build in these keywords and make sure our website is optimized. But again, not just optimizing it for search engines, optimizing it for mobile devices. They say in 2020 that 80+% of all web traffic is going to come from mobile devices.
Yeah.
So iPhones, smartphones, tablets. And if you've ever been on a website that's not optimized for mobile, it's a terrible experience. You got to zoom. Yeah, you got to zoom in, and Google has actually changed the rules now. Basically, if you have a website that's more than 4 or 5 years old, probably more than 3 years old, it's more than likely not optimized for mobile. And what Google now is they're doing is they're pushing those websites down in the search. So if your website's 3 or 4 years old, you probably need to look at getting a new one that is optimized for those mobile devices. So, man, web design is so important. Again, there are a lot of do-it-yourself options, but if you've tried to do that and it seems like this is just too much, then get a hold of a professional. We'd love to help you. Our team here is really, we're really good at what we do, and we really try to stay on the cutting edge of what's new and what's relevant. We work with a couple of freelance designers as well that are the same way, and we'll make sure
we're up for the task. Yeah,
we are up for the task. So the next, probably most popular, what would you say is the next most popular service that we do that gets utilized?
Graphic design.
Graphic design. I would say probably second is the social media. We manage almost 70 social media accounts, and that's across Facebook. We manage most Facebook pages. That's our largest percentage. But Instagram accounts,
LinkedIn.
We manage them. LinkedIn accounts, Twitter accounts, YouTube channels, and then our own. We're on everything. I mean, for AZEE, we are literally, you can find us on any social media platform, any audio platform.
You can Snapchat us.
Absolutely. I mean, we are everywhere. We try to be everywhere because we want people to be able to find us. It's all part of having a brand. It's all part of getting out there. And we're not active on a lot of those platforms, but we have an account because We want somebody, if they're searching for us, to have opportunities to find you. So if you're a business and you don't have these free accounts, it's free to set up a Snapchat.
Right, yeah.
It's free to set up a Twitter.
Yeah,
Just go set up an account with your business name. It's going to help people find you.
Exactly.
But maybe you now look at social media like, man, I mean, I remember 5 years ago when I started this thing, a lot of businesses didn't see why it was important that they have a Facebook page or an Instagram page. And I think we're past that. Most businesses now recognize they have to have a Facebook page. Mm-hmm. It's important. So now it's not hard to convince someone that they need the page. More now it's important. It's more now it's showing them what they need to post. The questions. What do I need to post? When do I need to post? How often do I need to post? What's relevant content? How do I engage my customers? We here employ we call it the 4 E's of social media. This is kind of our own thing. I'm going to really test you here, Zach. You work a lot with our social media.
Yeah.
There's 4 E's to our social media. Do you remember what those are? Social media is to do 4 things.
So educate.
Educate is number 1. Good. So we educate people about your products, your services, why you do what you do, how you do what you do, where you do what you do, when you do what you do, why it's better than your competitor. So education.
Entice.
Entice is to be a really small percentage of social media. That's the ask. That's come by now. We don't want every post to be like the used car sales commercial, because people don't go to social media to be pitched. They go to social media to socialize, and they will socialize with businesses that they like as long as they're finding value there and they're not always being pitched. All right, now there's 2 more, Zach. These are also E-words.
Empower.
Empower, that's a good one, but that's not it. We don't try to empower.
Electrocute. I don't know what the other 2 are, honestly.
Okay, well, hey, we're learning things here today on the No Easy Way Out podcast. The third one would be to engage.
We
want to engage. So this is where we would make posts.
Key. You want engagement, yeah.
Yes, these are where we would do posts that would incite some sort of a reaction. So we do that through giveaways, or we do that through trivia polls, or ask a question, or ask people to tag their friends, or different things. So we're trying to engage the audience to see what will the audience engage with us. And every business is different. I mean, we manage a local barbecue chain, and it's a lot easier to get engagement on a burger of the week or a free sandwich than it is sometimes on getting engagement on, hey, why do you need a website? Because why do you need a website only applies to maybe business owners, but everybody likes a free burger.
Yeah.
So it's also understanding.
Except for the vegans out there,
Yeah. I understand. There's no impossible. They have the Impossible Whopper now. So
does Johnny V's have some vegan options?
Johnny V's, I don't know if they do. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll ask you, Kevin, if you're listening. Give us a call.
It's a smoke shack.
Do you have any vegan options? But
so what's the last E on there? You need to educate. Entice. Engage.
And then to entertain. So the entertainment posts
I should have known that.
Entertainment, and you do all these things.
Yeah, I do them all. I just don't know I'm doing them.
Yeah. It's just secretly I have put it into your brain.
Osmosis.
Maybe you should write these down, though.
Yeah.
But we do these things. Some posts are just simply to entertain. Now, this is probably like maybe 10 to 15% of your post. But sometimes just a funny meme or a funny video or a national Yeti Mug Day, or what was the other day that we did? National Clean Out Your Computer Day.
Yeah.
So just something entertaining. It's funny, it's fun, it's informational, but it's nothing. Doesn't even necessarily have to be relevant to your business. It's just a way to entertain your audience, because people will come to social media to be educated, to learn. They'll come to social media to engage with certain things that they like, and they'll come to social media to be entertained. And that's why entice needs to be such a small percentage, because they don't want to get pitched all the time. And if your numbers are off and you have a lot of entice posts on your social media, you're probably losing followers over that. So it would be cautious to do that. So again, we work with companies that say, yes, we need a social media presence. We don't really know how. We're just going to let you handle it. So we literally fully manage. We create a calendar that's strategic based on where they're trying to go. We post based on a schedule that we have packages that include 3 times a week, 5 times a week, and 7 days a week. And then we create all the graphics that are branded to your company and your brand. And we kind of follow up and make sure everything's being happened. And then we meet with each client once a month to see how things are going and what strategies we need to change. And so if you have a business and you know that you need to take your social media to the next level, but you just don't have the time, or you just don't know where to begin, give us a call. We are up for the task once again.
100%.
Hunted.
Hunt it.
That's Zach's favorite word around here, or one of his favorite words. So the other one Zach mentioned was graphic design. We do a lot of graphic design projects for people. Most of the graphic design projects we do are for our existing clients. We don't take on a lot of one-off graphic design projects because graphic design, frankly, is very time-consuming. But we will do, in certain cases, graphic design projects for companies that are not existing clients. But we really are interested here in AZEE at building a relationship with our clients. We don't want to just be a service provider. We want to really help you grow your brand. And if you could talk to the clients that have been with us for a while, and they would testify that we really have helped their brand awareness, their brand recognition, their brand consistency, their brand standards, all of those things be consistent. And then with graphic design comes logo design. We've done a ton of logos. We probably did, I don't know, I think about 20 logos last year. Again, that's a way for us to start the relationship, having that logo that kind of stands out and represents what your business is and the brand that it is. We do that as well. And so we also do, we mentioned earlier, we do professional photography. We work with a couple of local freelancers that are incredible at what they do. So whether it's portrait photography or whether it's product photography or whether it's landscape photography, we do all of it. Anything that we can do to help with that. But I want to finish off talking. I mean, we've been involved in a lot of other things. We do some kind of consulting. We do some email marketing, every door direct mail, that kind of stuff. But I want to finish kind of talking about one of our newest services. We've always offered it, but we've really kind of honed in on this a lot more in the past 6 months. And it's something that we're becoming very proficient in. And it's something that really is trending right now as a way to get noticed, your company to get noticed, and that is video production. There are all kinds of statistics I could give you about the benefits of video versus still photography when it comes to social media. People are more likely to watch something that's moving than they are to just look at an image. But then it's also just a quick way to allow someone to get a picture into the window of what you do in just 2 minutes or less. All of our promotional videos, we really try to hit that 2 minutes or less mark. But Zach, you are. We also look at ourselves as the end user. So when we're doing a project, we're not just looking at, well, what do the statistics say? We look at ourselves as the end user. We talk to other younger people, older people, middle-aged people, and ask questions about what they're looking at. We look at all kinds of statistics. But as an end user, why do you find video to be more compelling than just a really great photo or a really great graphic?
I enjoy photography a lot, but I think video is just it's more entertaining, it's more satisfying.
Movement.
I feel like
It feeds
it's
to
just
ADD
like,
and inside all of us.
right when you see a picture, that can speak like 1,000 words. They say,
Yeah.
and so a video, I feel like, is just you can get way more across.
A million words.
A million. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So.
Yeah, video, I think, like I said, I think today, because people are so geared to looking at a social media feed, they're scrolling up and down, and so they're used to that movement already. And when they see something that's also moving, it kind of catches their attention and grabs them. And so that's why I think it's important not just that you have a video, but that it's done the right way and that video captures their attention in the first 5 seconds.
Right, yeah. So when someone's like scrolling through their Facebook, they initially will see a video and they'll stop, but they will keep scrolling if they the first 5-10 seconds of the video is not good.
Yeah.
And so you need to make sure that the first 15 seconds is like the point where you reel them in.
The attention getter.
Right, the attention getter. Yeah.
The attention getter.
So yeah, if the video is not good, then it doesn't really matter if you have a video or not.
Well, what do we know about that? We don't know about that, right? We know a little bit about that.
Yeah, we know a little bit about making videos. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach is a YouTube extraordinaire. He has his own YouTube channel, and he makes videos almost every single day. Of course, he produces the podcast here, and you can see some of our videos if you go to our website. JohnnyV's.com has a really good video that we've done. P1SameDay.com has a really good video that we've done. Retirementresources.com has a great video that we've done. We're doing one for Corey Shook Real Estate and Associates right now. That's going to be awesome. We got some of the footage back, and it looks really, really good. And so we're not just talking about taking out your smartphone and shooting a video, although that is an option. But if you have a little bit of a budget, and video production is not what it used to be. I remember when I first went on the board of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, we wanted a professional video done for Shiawassee County. And we got some bids, and they were telling us $10,000 for like a 3-minute promotional video.
Wow.
And that was because, in those days, the technology was more expensive. Editing video software was way more expensive. Cameras were more expensive. And now there's so much equipment available to you that's more affordable. And we have invested in equipment and personnel and things to make sure that we're not just going to show up at your business with 3 iPhones and,
right.
edit them right there. We're going to actually bring lights and cameras
And mics,
and microphones, and you're going to make sure that the lighting is right, and we're going to help you script it, and we're going to really help capture the essence of what you're trying to do. So, again, it's all about creating a brand. It's all about having brand awareness and understanding what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go with it. So there's a lot of things we do here at AZEE Business Solutions. You can check out our website at azee.co. That's az.co. You can call us at 844-360-2933. That's 360AZ. And you can look at some of our work there on the website. You can see our portfolio. You can see some of the clients that we worked with. It's ever changing. I mean, we try to keep it up to date, but it's always adding new clients to it. And if you want to talk to some of the clients that we worked with, I would encourage you to go to the website and look at the clients we work with. I give you full carte blanche to call any single one of them and ask, what's the experience been like working with AZEE Business Solutions? There have been times where we didn't necessarily know what to do, but we figured it out. And we are committed, when we work with a client, we are committed to making sure that your needs are met, and that we're making sure that we're understanding where you're trying to go with your brand, and even trying to help you craft that brand message if that's what you need. And I think of some of the clients that have really entrusted us and that we've worked with, they've seen just tremendous, tremendous results. And so it's undeniable that branding is such an important part of your business and a part of really being recognized and being found. And so if you are in our area, contact us. But even if you're not, the good thing is all the stuff that we do can be done online. It doesn't have to be done in your zip code. We literally have clients in upstate New York, New York City, Ohio, Austin, Texas, Oregon. We have clients all over the place. We worked with clients even out of the country on projects because of the internet, we're able to do that. So we want to help you grow your brand from A to Z. So let us know how we can help. And our team here is excited to take on new projects, and we want to help you really stand out and really grow your brand. So, Zach, what else we got today? Anything?
Wherever you're listening to this, you can subscribe.
Oh, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or
and hit that notification button so that you know when we have a new episode
when the
come
new episodes come out. Yeah.
We publish new episodes every Monday. And so if you're listening today and it's Monday, came out today. But if it's Tuesday, it came out yesterday. And if it's Wednesday, it's already been out for 2 days. But if it's next week, it could have been out for a week. So really just look at the date. You'll know when it came out. But
you still can subscribe.
You can still subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We'd be glad to be a part of your weekly ritual. We try to bring great content to you. We typically speak with local entrepreneurs, talk about their journey and things that they've done to really grow their brand. And so we've seen a ton of great success around here, and we want to help you be successful. So thank you for joining us. As my mother always used to say, well, she still says it sometimes.
She's still alive.
She's still here with us. Yeah. Mom, we love you.
The way you say it every week, it sounds like she's dead. But
as my mom,
sorry, Mom,
always says, if she was here, and we're going to have her on the podcast. She's ran a successful business for almost 40 years, and we're trying to get her on the podcast. She's like a celebrity guest, but she's hard to get on, but we're going to get her on here, and we're going to have her say it when she comes. But as she always said and still says, you can't and never could until you tried. So go out there and try something great, my friends, and don't take the easy way out.
We'll see you next time.